borderline personality disorder. I'm starting to think that these videos might be counterproductive. I might be hurting more people than I may be helping. I'm showing that an individual with BPD, after some time, can learn to maintain, for the most part, can fit into society. But I don't really fit into society. I isolate myself from society. I can't hold down a job. I mean, I can hold down a job. I cannot hold down a job plus keep my thoughts from going to insane places. I can't have friends because friends would make my thoughts go to insane places. The way I've learned to deal with BPD is isolation. If you're out there and you have BPD and you're wondering, how can I maintain better, get rid of everything that would cause you to have crazy thoughts. If you have no friends and family, then you're not worried about them abandoning you. How do you talk to someone with BPD if you're normal? You, as a norm, get it through to that BPD loved one that you care, so that they understand it, so they really get it, don't have to question it. And you don't. Quite frankly, there is no way to make that clear to them. Everything you do will be looked at with suspicion. One of my friends the other day asked me how I was doing. This individual very rarely asks me how I'm doing. So I became defensive automatically, and it almost caused a fight. I had to pause and think and realize that maybe it was just a question. I got defensive thinking it was something that I must be acting like there's something wrong to be being asked what was wrong. So first they asked me what was wrong, I reacted back with, why? Is there something I'm doing? What am I doing that makes something seem wrong? And that almost started this whole fight. The BPD mind is completely screwed up. The only one that can help make it less confusing and less defensive and angry is the owner of that mind. The individual with BPD must learn to believe things that are not true in their own head, which is hard to do. And they need to learn to trust everyone else's point of view over their own at certain times. Often there are times where I will go and ask somebody what is really going on. If I think someone's being a dick to me, I'll go find somebody else and ask them if that person really is or if I'm misjudging the situation. I could swear that I heard the roommates in the basement moving around. I could swear. Like, I heard their voices and everything. I thought they were in an argument. Then I went outside to smoke. And I opened the door and I looked outside and their vehicle was gone. Well, only one of them drives, and that was the one that I thought I'd heard talking. It was less than a minute from when I thought I'd heard them arguing to when I opened the door to go outside. There's no way in that time frame they could have gotten from downstairs into the vehicle and out of sight. I still was not willing to believe that I was wrong, though, so I went and I found my other roommate and asked him, because he had been in the same room with me, did you hear the roommates fighting? His response back was, I don't think they're here. And I'm like, I know that. I can see the vehicle's not there, damn it. The question is, did you hear them fighting? He had not. So even though I am convinced that I heard them downstairs fighting, there's no vehicle outside, and nobody else heard it but me. So I must even though I believe I'm right, I must go with others' opinions and what my eyes are showing me and what other people are telling me and not what I heard and believed. Someone with BPD in that situation that would not be able to do that. They would have to, they would insist that no, they did hear what they heard, you're fucking wrong, and you're probably in cahoots with them, and they were fighting. They parked their vehicle down the hill, that's why I can't see it. They're probably still downstairs fighting, and you're lying for them. Fuck you, motherfucker. How do you convince that person that they're wrong? You don't. Because they're not going to believe you no matter what. Even if at that moment you decided to take them downstairs to show them that no one was downstairs, there's been all the time you've been arguing that they could have snuck down the hill. I'm getting back to why my videos are bad. If people watch my videos and they see how I am, and I talk about how I was and how I am, and I articulate things and I can express what it's like to have BPD and the mindset, and they think, wow, everyone with BPD can accomplish this. I am like a unicorn. Now, if you were to see one unicorn, would you then all of a sudden believe that every horse was a unicorn? Just because I can do it, don't believe that all people with BPD can or want to. What even makes you think they want to? Did you ever think that maybe they don't? Because they probably don't. That is another thing where I'm very rare. I wanted to be different. I did not like who I was. I hated who I was. I wanted to be different than who I was. Most people with BPD don't think there's a problem. And even if you point it out to them, the problem's going to be you, not them. And they don't want to change even if they do have a problem. They don't want to change. They want the world to change for them. That is the issue. They want everyone around them to change. They don't want to change. People watch my videos, and because I wanted to change, they think everybody with BPD wants to change. Why? Why would you believe that? I've never told you that. I've told you the opposite. People are always wanting advice on what to do with people with BPD. How do I make... Don't! Leave! If they have BPD, leave! That has always been what I've told people. Leave, leave, leave. I don't support relationships. Any relationships. I'm very anti-relationships. I have not had a girlfriend in over... I stopped dating about 5 years ago, I think officially, is when I stopped dating. Or maybe 4. It was about the same time I started doing YouTube videos that I stopped dating. I don't get involved with people. I don't go out there and date because that's just a one-stop trip to crazy town. Relationships make me crazy. The only benefit that I would get out of dating somebody would be sex. And sex isn't worth it to me to go date somebody. It's way too much trouble. I can take care of the job way faster anyway. I mean, I don't think you should try to help somebody with BPD. Let them help themselves. If you're trying to help them, you're not going to do any service for them. Even my friends that have tried to help me, that understand and try to help me, after years of research, because I used to let them try, and it failed every time. Now, I don't even want them to try. It's my issue. The best thing they can do is treat me like everybody else. I want the person with BPD to maybe watch my videos and hear something and maybe put it together on their own that, hey, look, I'm fucking crazy and hurting people around me. Then maybe they'll change. What I don't want is norms to watch my stuff and be like, oh, look, he's changed. That means I don't have to leave this crazy person and I can stay with him and keep being treated like shit. Because you're going to keep getting treated like shit. Leave. What if they change 10 years down the road? Who fucking cares? God, who fucking cares if they change down the road? I did, but does that mean that the love of my life, the one that I really care about, she still would have had to go through fucking 7 years of shit before I changed. Then, after I changed, do you think she would have really been able to forgive me for that 7 years of shit, plus the fucking 10 I put up? That'd have been 17 years of shit. I've only even begun to change. Only 4 years ago. That's just my opinion. Till next time, keep on keeping on.